Now, last but not least, let's put in a spacey background, and I want to show you how to do something called the Edit Original. In case you ever want to change something, there's a little cool feature in After Effects that is also useful. So let's go here. Alright, let's close these all down so you can see that I've just got 3 bats. And to get a background, there's many ways to swipe things from YouTube or other video sites. So if you go to YouTube and do a search for, I'll do time-lapse stars. And this is one I use a lot. VLT, Very Large Telescope. If I turn this on, it's got some loud music, so I turn the volume down. But if you skip through here, you can see you've got a bunch of choices. My browser's not keeping up, but you've got some moving sky. So you can choose. There's a bunch of different versions. You can kind of find different pieces of sky that you like. So if you find something on YouTube you like, copy the URL right here. If you go like that, select it and go Command-C and copy it. And then in a new tab, go to Save from .NET. There's other ways to do this. If you have one that works for you, that's fine. This is just one I like. If you paste your link in here, give it a second, you should see this opportunity to download. If you click this down arrow, I don't know if it'll do this or not. If I click download, it tells me it doesn't want to do the HD. So I might choose the next one down, which is this MP4 720. And here it is. It's going to ask me, what do you want to save it as? So it's Very Large Telescope. And is it saving it? Take off the extension. It's what? What is it? It's MP4. Perfect. That'll work. So I put it in my Summer 19 folder and say save. You can see it's doing it, and it's done. So I can go here to After Effects and then import it. File, import, file, look in my Summer 19 for this Very Large Telescope, and open it. Okay. Now if I take that video clip, put it behind all the bats, what's going to happen is this video clip has a whole lot of black in the beginning of it. So what I might want to do is this. Double click it to open it in its own window here. See this tab composition here and there? It occurs to me that this tab up here at the top is, I don't know if I discussed this previously, and this might be happening to you all the time. Sometimes you'll accidentally open something and there'll be 2 tabs up here. So I should probably do a special video and stick it in earlier because it may be the case that this has been happening to you all along and you're getting stymied. Lots of times people they'll have an extra tab open and they think they want to be over here. You know, like for instance, you might be working on your bats and then all of a sudden you have another tab here and you're looking at your bats down here but seeing something different up here. So you have to pay attention to your tabs up here. Anyway, I'm looking at this VLT, Very Large Telescope clip. And what you can do is scrub to the place where you want your video to start. Like maybe I want to start right here. And if you just hit this in bracket where it says set in point, this little line, click that. It makes your in point start there. Now, if I take this in night sky, if I get rid of this and bring it back in, it's starting at the in point that I just set. See here? I can actually slide this in point. Like if I move this clip, it's a very big clip. Watch if I stretch this. I'm trying to show you the beginning of it, but it's so long. It's not even working. Anyway, grabbing it here slides the whole clip. Grabbing it here rolls the in point. So if I have it started there, I've got that moving space behind it, which is kind of neat. I actually rather like the way the bat fingers go over the edge of that clip. To me it adds some depth. So I might leave it like that. If you wanted to make this space in the background take up the whole screen, you just hit S for scale, and you could scale it. You could scale up that video so that it takes up the whole background. Okay, so that's that. One other thing I wanted to show you was, let's say you are working with an animated figure like this bat, and at some point you decide you want to change it. Like you want to say, oh, I want to make their head orange. Like I actually had a situation where a client, I had done some animation, and I got like this far. I got to the point where I had many figures, and they said, oh, we don't like the face. Can you go change the face? And if you know this trick I'm about to show you, you can make a change and it will ripple through. It'll ripple through all of your animation. And the way you do that is find the layer you want to change, right? So like here, this is the body, right? Watch. Select any one of these layers really will do. But I'm going to select the body. Go up here to edit and say edit original. If you do this, if you say edit original, what it will do is After Effects will throw open Photoshop if you don't have it open already, or it'll go back to that Photoshop file that you have open, and it'll kind of watch what you're doing. It's like you're going out the back door of After Effects into Photoshop. So if I say edit original, it takes me back here to Photoshop, right? And let's say I want to make the torso, just for demo purposes, I want to make part of this thing orange. So I'll take my magic wand and I'll select my body and I'll say edit, fill, and I'll fill it with a color. Make this like a really conspicuously not white orange. Just saying orange. Say okay. So it's kind of ugly, but I'm just doing this for demo purposes. Now if I go Command D to deselect, now this will work if I say File, Save, and save. Don't change the name of it. If I just say Save, what I've just done is I've changed the original file that After Effects is looking at, and I did it by using Edit Original, so After Effects was watching the whole time. If I go back to After Effects now, it's orange. And all the way up to, like if I go to Night Sky, they're all orange. Okay? So that one change I made to the original Photoshop file rippled through all my animation. That can be super useful if you want to make changes, right? Like I don't have to redo my animation. I can just go in and like do that. So it works for many things. There's certain things it doesn't work with. Like if I wanted to add something, if I added a layer to the Photoshop document, that layer doesn't exist in the After Effects import, so I'd have to re-import it and redo all my animation, right? So it has some uses, but it's not a magic bullet. It doesn't do everything, but it does something. And to be clear, it will only do this updating and change throughout your animation if you do it this way. If you say Edit and go to Edit Original. If you go straight to Photoshop and make the changes, After Effects won't see it. You know what I'm saying? So like if I did that orange thing, if I just opened up Photoshop and did that orange thing, it wouldn't ripple through here. I have to start in After Effects and say Edit Original. Does that make sense? All right, so let's export this and post it in the assignment. It's a file. Export, add to render queue. Remember this, best settings. This is all good. Work area only or length of comp. Okay. Lossless. Remember, I always want to change this animation to Apple LT. Okay. And okay. And then this last one, nightsky.mov in my summer 19 folder. I can do that. Say save. And then render it. This one's going to take a little longer because I've actually got a lot going on. And the reason this is going so slow, I think, is because there's an HD video in the background. So every single frame, After Effects has to go through and update that HD video, in addition to all the, actually time remapping too. There's a lot of time remapping. There's time remapping on the wings flapping. There's time remapping to make the figure eights loop, right? So this is actually, there's a lot of After Effects happening here. So that's why it's taking so long to render, because it has to go through and build it all, right? When it gets done, it's going to go bling. So if you're wearing headphones late at night and everything's quiet, don't forget there's going to be a very loud bling in your ears. All right, it's done. So usually I like to look at it before I upload it. So what was it called? Night Sky MOV. So it's always a good idea to take a look and make sure that there's nothing wrong with it. Nope, it's working. That's good. Everything's moving. No glitches. No hiccups. No black. No freeze frames. We like it. Okay, so let's upload it and submit it. So I go to my million tabs browser here and find one that has Google Chrome. I'm looking at guitar pickups, thank you. What about, here, go to my drive. I know I'm going very fast now, but this is all review, so you can always pause it and back up. But on my drive, I'm going to say new, file upload, go find, where is it, in my Summer 19 folder, Night Sky Move, there it is, open it. This might take a little bit to upload, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, and I'll pause this so you're not sitting here. I'll come back when this is done, copy the link and paste it in the browser just in case you forgot how to do that. Not paste it in Canvas so you can submit it. Okay, I'm pausing it. It uploads complete. If I go here, I don't need to wait for it to show. I can still share, so hit the traffic light dots, say share. Get the shareable link. Make sure this is set to either public on the web or anyone with the link can view, and say save. Then hit copy link, and then go to Canvas. Where am I? Go to the right class first of all. Let me get back out of here. Hold on. Go to our class. Here we go. And in Mogra, I changed the name and image of it. And discussions. This one is called, what is it? 4 figures submission. Go there. Under reply, I'm going to paste my link, select it, and go to this chain link, paste it there to make it live, say insert link, and post reply. See how it's purple and underlined? That allows me to, when I click it, it'll take me to the thing. It's still processing. It'll probably be ready in a minute. Okay, sorry if that was really quick and fast at the end, but it's mostly a review. That should do it.